Hi, my name is Griselda Rojas, and today I will be teaching a density effect lesson. We're going to be doing it for third grade, and it's going to be for physical science. So I have my students here. The content objectives of this lessons is students will be able to identify the density of different substances and will make predictions of which substances will float and which will sink. So pretty much you need a computer or a device where you can watch a video, some clear containers with that are good enough so you can don't spill something, water, oil, and then paper for observations. So I will start off by doing the key vocabulary. So today we're going to be teaching about density. What do you guys think density is? Okay, so you guys probably don't know. So I will tell you, density is how thick or solid some substances are. So, like for example, which one do you think is denser? Maple syrup or water?
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup, because why?
Because it's thick, like
It's thicker, right?
Yeah.
So that's what density is. And then today we will also be doing hypothesis. Who knows how to do what a hypothesis is?
it's a guess.
A guess?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, so a hypothesis is you take different information that you have gathered and you predict what will happen. So we're gonna be watching a video. It's gonna show a real life event that happened in the Gulf of Mexico, and so that kind of explains how water is denser than oil, and oil doesn't mix very well with water. So we're gonna see it and how much it has affected the environment. So we're gonna watch this video here. Okay, so you guys will watch this video here.
Square miles of the Gulf of Mexico, and it could start reaching the United States coast within hours.
Okay, so that video is pretty sad, wasn't it? Because it's just telling you how much impact the oil exploding on the water had. So why do you guys think it's so hard to clean up?
Because oil is everywhere.
The oil is everywhere, yes, but why shouldn't it be easy to clean up right after? Like, can't you just like scoop it out?
No, because it mixes and It
I don't know. It mixes. Okay. So, so to make it to understand it a little bit better, we're gonna be looking at it. So here's a cup. What can you see from this cup?
the oil goes to the top.
The oil is at the top, right? So, why do you think that is, Danny?
Because it's mixed with water at the top.
It's mixed with water. Okay, well, it's not really mixed. Like, if you look at it closely, do you see that the water is at the bottom and there's no water on top? So it doesn't mix, right?
It's more dense.
Okay, yeah. Oil is less dense than water, actually. So that's why it floats. Because if it were more dense than water, it would go down to the bottom. So, I actually have the numbers, if you guys, well, like the density of water is 1.0 grams per milliliter, and then the density of oil is 0.91 grams per milliliter. So which one is denser again, Danny?
Oil
No,
or water?
water, because the number is bigger, right? Okay, so we can see that water is more dense than oil. And this is tap water and oil, like regular vegetable oil. So now I am going to pass out this container to you. It just has water in there. And we're going to put some more oil in here. This will be what you guys will be experimenting with. So I'm going to pour it on it. I want you to observe what happens, okay? So what can you see that happened?
It just all goes to the top.
Yeah, but there's what there? Like it just goes to the top. It just takes a little bit of time, right? This one has had more time to settle, so you can see how the sharp contrast between both of them. Okay, so let's think for a moment. So imagine that you did this exact same thing in a swimming pool. How would you go about cleaning it up? How would you go about cleaning the swimming pool up from the oil? What would you do?
Clean off the top.
Like clean up the top, but
Yes.
how?
Just like getting the water oil.
Huh?
Like getting the oil from the top.
Okay, but how?
At the top.
Okay, so what are some methods? Would you just like scoop it up with a spoon, or that would take forever, wouldn't it? So I mean, what are some ways? You can use a bigger like shovel type of thing, right? Like
A cup.
a cup, or something even bigger, like a big,
Like this.
like a big thing, and you can like take it out of the top. Or you can also push it to one side. Since oil like sticks together, you could push it to one side and then scoop it all up together, and it would be easy to clean up, right? So the swimming pool is an ideal situation. Who knows what an ideal situation is? Like a good situation, it's an easy thing to fix, basically. So, I mean, so now we're gonna try, like, that is just in a swimming pool, but what about in the Gulf of Mexico? Why do you think it's so hard?
Because there's a lot.
There's a lot. And what else? What happens in the ocean?
The fish die.
The what?
Fish die.
The fish die, yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna do something else. I want you to shake this or this one, whichever one you want, and pretend as if it were the ocean. So what happens in the ocean? There's waves.
There's so many things.
Like waves, like the water shakes. There's fish in it. There's all kinds of things. So
I shake it with the spoon.
yeah, shake it however you want. You can like mix it up and down, swirl it, just do different things. You see that?
They look like Orbeez.
And then swirl that one if you want, honey. So what do you see?
It takes a while to go to the top, but it's still.
It still goes,
to the
but
top.
there's bubbles at the bottom, right? Like there's still bottom. And then in this one, you can see how the water is still sticking to it. Like there's air bubbles in there. So in the ocean, what do you think this means? Like the oil could get stuck where? Where could it get stuck?
Animals.
Animals. There's like plants down there. There's reefs. There's rocks. So the oil stays down there, and that affects the animals because they die. They're not supposed to have water in the ocean. So that's how you can tell how bad oil is, like how dense. Yes.
You just said that animals in the ocean can die if there's not water. No, if there is water in the ocean.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said that. They die if they don't have water.
No, I meant that if there's oil in the water, that they would die. Okay, so that's how it is. So what did you guys learn today?
How oil sticks to the top.
But why does it stick to the top?
Because it's less dense than water.
Yep, that's right.